on in the new year. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him, and boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And he's going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard with the 29.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
That moment's got main character energy FR.
They stay on the ground and it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially with a result of field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Option play, here's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Out of the gun, Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead is Hall. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Fields going to run. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Hall again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have come back within a score. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading on the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Right, throwing to start the drive. Short pass caught by Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Heads up, that's rolling for a bit. If you're bugging with the stream, dropping a sub keeps this party going strong.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball and put the play in motion, and sometimes you get that big guy on your nose. You get sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Looking to throw. Right. He completes it to Hunter. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He gets away from one. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Might have got this one down to the 28, and that's all. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with the 3rd and 3. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Right. And Thomas has it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. Right. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Travis Hunter from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
This hype got me ready for a virtual confetti drop. Who's bringing the snacks?
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, look when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
To avoid the contact.
Gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down.
They'll set up a throw. Now Fields going to run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. First and 10 here. I mean, if they could just get 3 out of this, I'm thinking about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they want to move the chains. A shotgun snap, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 41 yards. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. That time a 6-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They start the drive with a give to Allen. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 65 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Hands it off on the gun. Stop shy of the 45. Show off a nice little move on the play, though. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll run for it. This is it. And he won't get there. They stop him.
If you're bugging with the stream and want to keep it going strong, consider hitting that subscribe.
Great field position.
Don't jump. Ready? Hurry up. 19 seconds.
Here's Fields. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now it's Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Patterson's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening planning on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out with option left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football home to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They'll take over with great field position here, down a point as they start 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 back.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way free all the way down the outskirts of the red zone. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
And I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Here's a give up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That flag that'll push him back 5. things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
19-18.
Back to throw. Right. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in a formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard. And that brings up.
Just started up a league myself and I need players in it. Does anyone want to play in it? At Zach_Vines goes left and go league. Maybe drop a link so folks can check it out if they're interested. Hey everyone. Heads up y'all, ads are running for a bit. If you're digging the vibes here, consider hitting subscribe. Every sub keeps this energy flowing.
He got 29 yards that time. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Past the 20.
https://discord.gg/twrggdch.
And the Jets are an extra
If anyone's interested, have a nice night.
So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They begin the drive on the ground now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
Things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Right. Washington's got it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A short throw there to Strange. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw again. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 40 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there, putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
_guns YouTube.
Ready. Set. 60, paper 60.
They'll run. This is Allen. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. LaQuint Allen, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Jags have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Point after here coming up. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. Jaguar pressure.
If you're hiding here and wanna keep it rolling smooth, dropping a sub is always love.
And it's 3rd down. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt. Force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Right now, throwing to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and 10. run with Sanders up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Operating from the gun, right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
23 yards. And the Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 32.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now he's going to step up and run. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. What a start to the season. This has been back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
16 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Right. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Check out.
Looking to throw. Right. Complete to Washington. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun. Right. He gets it to Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 10-yard line.
70 Lions. Check. Viking 18.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this time of the game.
If you're digging this vibe and wanna keep it flowing smooth, hitting that sub helps big time. Every little bit counts.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 7. A minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Fields throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Paul want to give up the middle. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. This one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Now Fields going to run. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. Here's Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fields going to change things up here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to it. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in the booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Jacksonville, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Davis.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you cannot run what's running through your veins.